gotta catch me right at that perfect point in time when I'm up here like this, moose ears. Hi, this is RadioA1A.com, the A1A Media Network, and you are listening to RadioA1A.com. If you go to your Facebook page, you can bring up A1A Media, and you can watch video of this madness that is about to ensue. This program is called the Florida Keys Real Estate Guys. I'm Mark Mills. Mykael is out hauling the mail today, making some money, so we support him strongly in that effort. He's a happily married man, and my understanding is that if you continue to earn money, you will be a happily married man. Quit earning money, put your feet up, take a break. See ya. All goes away. So we have a great show lined up for you today, and each and every Monday. That show is made possible by the good people at Sunshine Title, Ginny Pinnell and her crew, pretty much the all-girl band up there at Sunshine Title. Marker 103 on the Bayside. No surprise closings, and that's kind of the way you want your closings to go. When it comes time to purchase a home, certainly here in the Florida Keys, where I think since King George, probably, whenever we got the land away from King George and then the Indians and everybody else, so wrestle them to the ground, take the deed, and run away. But they'll go back and make sure that that deed is a good one, not something written on a bar napkin, won in a card game. Which I have had the dubious distinction of dealing with at one point in time in my illustrious career in Monroe County. But that was back in radio, not in real estate. Anyway, moving right along. So Jenny and her group up there, amazing work. Get the job done right. Reasonable rates on your title insurance, which, by the way, if you're going to buy a home and you decide, oh, I don't want to spend that money on title insurance, you know what? Just find a goon walking by the house one morning and hand him the keys.
Yes.
Okay? Because that's ultimately what can happen if you don't get a clean policy or a clean title on your new home, and B, insure that clean title with title insurance. So just a word to the wise. The other new character that's come on board with us is a good guy named Jim LaPointe. He is a Key Largo guy, local lender, and very versatile, portfolio monies. The rates off the charts. We're feverishly working on a ad for him on our Radio A1A page on the web, so you'll be able to click on RadioA1A.com or A1A Media and see his information there. But his rates are usually running 3.3, 3.4, which is very reasonable right now. Yes, Harry?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Very reasonable.
There you go. So, matter of fact, I'm shopping mortgages in another part of the world right now as an investment, and much coming close to it. So it's a good thing. Yeah, trust me. So give us a call here. You can actually call me directly, 305-587-3105, and I'll put you in touch with Jim until we get that ad set up for him. But definitely the guy you want to talk to if you're a realtor and you're having maybe some fudge going on with, trying to get somebody financed for a new home purchase. Jim's definitely the guy you want to work with, too. Very flexible and got a lot of avenues. And matter of fact, just sent me an email a day or two ago about being able to finance single wides.
Whoa.
Single wides. That's like unheard of. So single wide mobile home, that's, if you can get financing for one of those, boy, just buy it. Doesn't matter what you do with it. Bulldoze it, set it on fire the next day. It doesn't matter, because you got land, in the Florida Keys that you can do something with. Next up, certainly the good folks here at Heartbreakers Brewery, Jay Johns, and everybody who's in and out of here. We sure do appreciate your patronage. And Wednesday night's live sessions, something that Harry and Dewey put together And it's just amazing. Dave Fader was here about 2 weeks ago. Great show. Thought I was listening to Al Di Meola and Paco de Lucia. Really, really great stuff going on. And coming up August 7th will be Steve Vanini live. And Steve's world renowned. You know, I mean, we get calls from Canadians wanting to hear Steve Vanini songs. Yeah, you know, Vanini, you've done well, lad. You know,
Yeah.
give up the boat. You know, or not. You're a good fisherman too. So, but Steve Vanini will be on the next live sessions coming up on August 7th. So be sure to tune in on the Facebook page for that one. And then, of course, the crime novels, Jake Sullivan series of crime novels, authored by Chip Bell, a great guy, and does some really good work. He's got, like 20 or 30 of them now, I think, but they're all named after Jimmy Buffett songs. They're great beach reads, you know. Pick them up cheap, and you can get the whole collection on Amazon. But, you know, better yet, come to radioa1a.com and look for the guy under the palm tree with a gun. Click on that. That'll take you to the site, and that way everybody happy. So we appreciate you coming along today. We do have a good show lined up for you. First and foremost, I think we're still waiting for a couple of people to arrive, which, you know, that happens. But traffic has been just a zoo.
It has.
God. Well, they where you said you were up in Tampa?
Yes.
You know, before Lobster Mini down here.
And we got the notice on the Monroe County Sheriff's Department app that the traffic was backed up 20 or 30 miles.
20 miles.
20 miles on the turnpike coming
all the
in.
way up the stretch, you know, and waiting to get off the turnpike. Matter of fact, we were my gal went up, and we were taking care of a few things prior, and we were sitting there having lunch, watching the cars going down the ramp to get into the Keys, and it was just like, you know, honey, I think the traffic's backed up all the way there. She goes, oh no, it can't be. It's like,
Our friends in Homestead at Carl Pelt Goodyear.
Oh yeah, right.
Down on Chrome Avenue.
Yeah.
He sits there and watches Chrome Avenue all day long, and he said the boats were backed up even way back on Chrome Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
Boat after boat after boat coming into the Keys.
Yeah.
And he says it was good for my business. I sell boat tires.
Sure. You gotta love that stuff, man. That's great. God, you know, I'll tell you what, you know, and this, we will talk with Cory Bryant about the captain of the Islamorada branch of Monroe County Sheriff's. Just recapping it, but you know, the Sheriff's Department put out the notice that actually the overall lobster mini season was a good one. So I don't think there were any related fatalities.
None.
One fairly gnarly accident, you know, and this, folks, this happens when you get a lot of people in the water and areas where, and I think the lobsters know this, even though they have little bitty tiny pea brains, they figure it out that, you know, if I stay in the area underwater where the big vroom goes overhead with that twirly thing,
yes,
then most of the people won't be down here chasing me and my young. So, this guy was in the water, and somebody drove over him. Yeah. So he got his leg mashed up pretty good by a prop, but they airlifted him out, got him up to Mariners, then got him up to I think Kendall Regional, or could be Jackson South, maybe Jackson South.
There's one thing that the tourists and the visitors sometimes don't realize, that you cannot lobster 300 feet from shore.
No.
That is one of, you think, oh, I'll go under my dock on the resort I'm staying and grab one of these lobsters. Well,
yeah. First of all, again, we talked about the little teeny tiny pea brain in the lobster. Those lobsters you see down there are big.
Yes.
You know, and they're old
and smart.
And they've learned that for the most part they're safe under there. And you don't want to eat the big lobster.
No.
You know, you want to eat the regulation size lobster, because that meat is very tender and very,
yes,
that's good stuff. The big old fat guys, they don't taste good anymore.
No.
Just think about it. Look at the guy next to you. He's a big old fat guy, right? Would you want to grab him out of the water and, throw him on the barbecue? Of course not. Disgusting. So
300 feet.
Dude. Yeah, well, 300 pounds. So. Yeah, we digress, but yeah, that is one of the legal one of the rules of lobstering down here in the Keys is not within 300 feet of the shoreline and within canals and that type of thing as well. You can't just go under any schmo's canal and start grabbing his lobster because first of all he's been feeding him for a year, waiting for the chance to go grab him himself. He's named him. And they're looking forward to cooking Ernie and Bert and those guys down there. So.
Also, some of the homeowners here have this habit of throwing toasters in the water if you're under their dock.
Yeah.
With plugged in.
Yeah, the ones that still have the extension cord running up to the dock plug. Yes. So, yeah.
I mean, that's how they get their lobsters.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you got to stun them, You don't kill them necessarily; you just stun them. So,
gosh, I hope the FWC is not listening.
Oh, Dave Dupre and all those guys are good guys, and they know we're just joking around. So, we would never do this sort of thing. And last week on the news, I was, ripping on the locals who think it's a big deal. They have lots of fun on Lobster Mini, because they run out, grab 6, go back, drop them off in the house, put them in the cooler, go back out and get another 6. Shame on you.
Yes.
The rules are there for everybody, not just the locals, not just the guys coming in from out of town, So if you're a local and you are abusing a natural resource down here, you're a jerkweed, and should sell your house and get the hell out. Just my opinion.
Who would they use as a realtor for selling their
Have
house?
him call Mykael. Hey, Mykael will work with him and take good care of him too. Honest to God, he will. He's a good guy. I mean, yeah. Look, we'll sell your house in a hurry too.
Oh, yeah.
So
best in the business.
Well, we do what we can. So want you to leave, happy and satisfied and stuff. This event that's coming up in October that we talked about a little bit at the beginning of the show is called Follow the Flock. And now this is part of the follow me on this. Parrotheads of the Upper Keys. So just look at those initials, put them on a hat, erase the whole MAGA thing, but just put the Parrotheads of the Upper Keys. And Dave K is running down here from Key Largo, so he'll be here in a bit. But it's a great event, lots of music and stuff going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
From about 11 o'clock in the morning, all the way up till 9 o'clock in the evening.
Well, I know we usually, and I get pissy about this, and I apologize, old radio guys. We're just kind of hard to please because we've lost our minds and, there's no common sense up here anymore. So we just kind of meander around. But the whole idea of having a band playing next to you while you're trying to do an interview is, well, not the ideal circumstances, but it every year Follow the Flock. These folks are kind of doing a tour, aren't they?
We're touring from all the way up in Port Richey above Tampa,
right? Then
to Cape Coral for the second day in the pit stop tour. The original pit stop was started by the Parrotheads of the Upper Keys.
Right.
Dave K being one of those that initiated, and I think it's now 13 years ago, the first pit stop.
13 years?
The first pit stop happened there at one of the members of the Parrotheads of the Upper Keys.
Yeah.
And then it spread to where there's now a pit stop party 2, TOO,
yes,
at Boondocks on Monday and Tuesday.
Boy, I tell you, if you're rolling through the Keys, and I
Yes.
knew the guys who set up Boondocks. I don't know if they're still the owners or not, but they're good guys.
Yes,
I think a couple of Jersey guys that they came down here with an idea, to open up an establishment, if you follow my drift. So, and they did a hell of a job. Food is always good at Boondocks, and it is like the family entertainment center now. Yeah, miniature golf there, usually good music, great food, booze, beer is ice cold. What else is there in paradise, right? Kind of the way it all boils down. So, but the pit stop tour, it's motorcycles and cars. Yes, or is it just
it is Parrotheads on their way to Meeting of the Minds,
Right.
which is their annual convention, and we, the Radio A1A staff, all comes to. It's like an annual convention. All the
coming
staff,
together.
We all come together, and we are the exclusive broadcast radio station
Right.
for Follow the Flock, and it's PHOLLOW.
Follow.
And the flock, PHLOCK,
Right.
PH being for Parrothead.
Right.
Everything the
Of
Parrotheads.
the upper keys.
Of all Parrotheads.
Gotta love that stuff, boy, I tell you. And Video Dave is one of the great characters of all time.
He is renowned.
Yeah.
He is a legend to Parrotheads.
Oh, yeah,
everywhere.
absolutely.
And a former member of the national organization called PHIP, Parrotheads in Paradise.
Uh-huh.
He was an officer, I do believe,
Oh.
in the organization.
Big shot.
Nationally.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's Cory is
Up.
here.
Well,
Come in and have a seat,
pull
Cory.
up a stump, man. You got, no, it doesn't matter. This one's fine, yeah. We're good?
Yes.
Yeah, Harry will adjust,
Yeah.
Cory.
Pull right up there, Cory, and
Good. Put
Put
your
a-
headsets on if you like. Good to see you, sir. Cory Bryant, Captain Cory Bryant, is joining us from the Monroe County Sheriffs, and we were just kind of spinning yarns about the Parrotheads of the upper keys. Brings a smile to everyone's face when they they hear that expression. So, lobster mini season, holy cow, come and gone.
Yeah, and it wasn't too bad.
I know I get real pissy about lobster mini season, and of course now there's Dave, so we're good. All right, Dave, grab a seat over there and sit for a few minutes, and we'll be right with you, sir, as they say in show business.
we were just talking about you.
Look, this man is light on his feet, Cory. Look at that.
He's like a cat.
Holy
He really is.
cow. Well, and it wasn't too many years ago, as I remember, you did a little cat dance off the back of your motor scooter, and I didn't think that this guy had survived.
Well, he
and
did
I'm
good.
sitting over at Sharky's one afternoon, and I hear those pipes, and I'm like, "What? God, Dave is alive! How about that?" So, yeah, man, absolutely. Grateful as can be. We will get to you in a few minutes, David, so please sit tight. Thank you for making the wild ride down. Cory, appreciate you diving in on this.
Of course.
The no fatalities is what it looks like.
No, everything was really good. It was busy. A lot of people were down here, but
Right.
we didn't seem to have the influx here in Isla Mirada that we were anticipating. We had all three of our boats out and stuff.
Yeah.
Marathon got they got hammered a little bit.
A little crazy.
Yeah, they were a
Yeah.
little busier down south and
Yeah.
stuff, but we did well. The traffic, of course, was the traffic, and it was very heavy on Saturday and
Right.
Sunday, both everybody leaving. But
Right.
for the most part, no real violations to speak of.
Do you think the traffic changing and the parking changing at the Phils helped a lot?
Well, I do. To be honest with you, we didn't have anybody from the village. We stayed down there a little bit and kind of monitored it. But
Right.
for the most part, everybody was behaving on their parking and parked where we kind of directed them and on the Phils. So that worked out good.
man, I tell you, for 20 years I've been watching what's going on down in the Phils and thought to myself, somebody's got
Different animal down there for sure.
somebody's got to weigh in on this. And I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys finally jumped on it.
Well, the council, they took a strong stance, and the sheriff, Rick really got things going on the safety
Yeah.
perspective for the highway and stuff. And I think they're still working on some of that. But
Cool.
for the most part, it seemed to be pretty good. Normally, we have a lot of problems with people parking on the bike path and on the right of way, but we really didn't this year down there. I'm not real sure if it was just because everybody kept moving further south to go lobstering, or if it was just, they realized
Move
that this
them down
is the
to
right thing.
Caputo's
Yeah.
district, right? Yeah.
But it was kind of funny. It was just different how, Marathon always seems to have a lot more people with the lobstering stuff. But for this year, they really They were pretty busy. I mean, we heard them on the radio all day
Yeah.
long. They were running around with stuff. But,
Running, jumping, and standing still. That's
yeah.
cool. You know, I mean, look, nothing better than having a tourism event pulled off properly down here. Everybody comes down, has a good time,
Right.
turns around, goes home.
Yep.
Doesn't leave their trash, and they, you know,
Yeah.
it works out okay.
Yeah, and like we were saying, not a lot of violations. You know, a lot of people, they come down to these areas, and I think we had talked about it before. It's like going hunting somewhere, and if you don't really know the rules, well, and that's the same thing. We have that 300-foot, rule and stuff, and people don't understand. You got to be 100 yards offshore, but those were our major infractions.
Yeah.
So we were pretty happy with that.
There's one I want to discuss, but we are at 20 minutes after the hour, so we're going to take a break real quick. You are listening to the Florida Keys Real Estate Guys, possibly watching as well on radioa1a.com. Join us on A1A Media on Facebook. Please like us there. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay with us.
This is author Sammy Mays. May I recommend the Jake Sullivan series of novels by author Chip Bell?
He's Jake Sullivan and he's on the run. He's working for the president while basking in the sun.
If you enjoy reading, you need to read Chip Bell's latest novel, We Are the People Our Parents Warned Us About. Read and collect all 13 books in the Jake Sullivan series at chipbellauthor.com. The Jake Sullivan series has been awarded Mayor Gonzo Mays 5 Parrots and a Palm Tree for literary excellence.
Tropical crimes in tropical climes. Assassins right there on the beach. Like a secret agent.
Surprise! Great for a birthday, anniversary party, but a real estate transaction? That is not what you want. You don't want surprises when it comes to closing a real estate deal. The way to a smooth closing with no surprises is Sunshine Title of the Florida Keys. Call Ginny or Pam or even Irene. Hey, these three gals will take care of you. Close your transaction smoothly with no surprises. Real estate closings, 1031 exchange, escrow, all your needs are taken care of there with no surprises. It's Sunshine Title of the Florida Keys. Call 305-451-0032 or just Google up Sunshine Title of the Florida Keys.
Hello, this is Mykael Marinelli of American Caribbean Real Estate with your real estate conch featured property. Today, spotlighting 125 Venetian Drive in Islamorada. Here, you can enjoy the phenomenal Islamorada lifestyle in this just-built waterfront home. Everything's new. 3 bedrooms upstairs and a separate guest suite downstairs. Exceptional features include stunning granite kitchen, veranda, sumptuous master bath, and a homeowner's park with its rare sandy beach. This is your bucket list opportunity. For more information on this home and other power buys, contact me at 305-439-7730 and visit my award-winning Florida Keys lifestyle blog at therealestateconch.com.
You've been coming to the Keys for a while, and you rent a nice place, but the rents keep going up. You know it's time to consider buying a home in the Keys. First thing, find out how much home you can afford. Time to talk to Jim. Jim LaPointe is your new Keys local lender. Easy qualifying, lowest rates, FHA, VA, conventional. Time to talk to Jim. Log on to radioa18.com. Click on interest rates. Rates change often, so check them daily. Time to talk to Jim.
Hello, Radio A1A listeners. This is Mykael Marinelli of American Caribbean Real Estate. Let me ask you, are you tired of the same old real estate agents doing the same old stuff the same old way? I provide a level of service that most agents can't, don't, or won't. Contact me to find your piece of paradise here in the Florida Keys, or to assist you in finding a great agent nationwide. As part of the Christie's International Real Estate Network, I've got a team of agents that can take care of you no matter where you are. So no matter what your real estate needs are, with 22 years of service, contact me, Mykael Marinelli, the real estate conch of American Caribbean Real Estate, at 305-439-7730 or visit me at my award-winning Florida Keys real estate and lifestyle blog at therealestateconk.com. I look forward to working with you soon.
This is your Key West Honorary Mayor Gonzo Mays, and you're listening to Radio A1A, music for the road to paradise. So damn the carnations, full speed ahead.
Saw a t-shirt on Facebook, caught my eye.
I think the music's supposed to go down a little bit there. But
We're just excited.
yeah, it's God, easily, too, evidently. So.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the program, folks. The Florida Keys Real Estate Guys live in Islamorada, Florida here. Florida Keys, Mark Mills with you. Mykael Marinelli, my partner in crime, is out on the road selling homes as we speak, just pulling them out of his pocket and laying them
Good
down.
for him.
Charging people
That's great.
$500,000. Yeah, it's amazing. So it really is. We were talking with Cory Bryant, who's Captain Monroe County Sheriff's Islamorada office here regarding the lobster mini season, and it was a pretty good one overall.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, which is cool. I did see one thing coming out from Adam, the public information officer, that said that somebody was busted for dope and over the bag limit. So evidently they're like all weeded out, diving for lobster.
Maybe they were stoned crab claws. I don't know. I'm not sure, Mark. Yeah.
There you go. Stoned crab claws.
right.
There you go. So I just thought, getting buzzed and diving, just
Probably it's not a good combination there, huh?
there's a couple of minds out there that I'm sure would thrive on it, but it's just a bad idea in my book. So another shifting gears, really cool event coming up, which is an annual deal.
Yeah.
National Night Out.
Yep.
Tell me about it.
So that starts on Tuesday, August 6th. I've got the flyers here and stuff. Make sure everybody can see that and know what's going on. But so this is our way of giving back, the Sheriff's Office way of giving back. And Sheriff Ramsey is a big proponent on this, loves this. We get a lot out of this, too, from the community, like we were talking.
Come on out and meet your first responders.
It's really nice. It's a good event, really good for the kids. They have a great time with it. But basically what's happening is that we're going to have a bunch of static displays for everybody to see. So you've got the helicopter coming in. We've got our bomb guys. We've got our SWAT guys. Patrol cars, all of our partners are going to be there, FWC, Coast Guard, FHP. They're going to have little booths set up. Anybody that wants to participate by setting the booth up, more than welcome. Starts at 5:30 at Founders Park.
Now, do you have the fake bombs that blow up paint all over each other?
No, we don't have any of those yet. But you never know with our bomb guy, who is my new lieutenant, Mike DiGiovanni, by the way. And he is the bomb tech. He is the bomb guy. So great guy, and really glad to have him here, too. But also, Chef Paulie is going to be there, and what a cook. This guy he can drum it up for sure, and it's really good. Last year, I think we had ribs, we had chicken, hamburgers, and hot dogs, of course, coleslaw, baked beans. I mean, this guy went crazy. Spread. But let me tell you something. It's not just Paulie doing it, it's the community. They're all donating everything to this event for us. So it's a wonderful event. Like I said, you learn a lot, you get to see a lot of people. The kids have a great time, like I said, with running around and doing everything.
Well, and I think that's, Cory, sorry to interrupt, but I think that's when you mention kids, that's pretty much one of the coolest parts about this is that in this day and age, there are a lot of parents that are teaching their kids to be wary of the police. And that's not a bridge we should be crossing as a society.
Right. I think it's more important, that they get them to understand and see that the officers are there to help them or their friends. Nobody's doing anything wrong or to hurt them, that they want them to understand that we're here to help everybody.
Yeah, police are there to help.
Again, we're very lucky in this community where we have a lot of support. A lot of people appreciate everything that we do. So again, this is another way for us to kind of give back to the people to show our appreciation to them. And
and I'm sure in recent years you've seen the kids just like oogling. Every piece of hardware you have, every 9-year-old boy is out there like, I want one of those.
We just did a event for Founders Park. The kids had their last day of summer camp, so the guys came up. Well, my son is on the SWAT team and stuff, and he was out here. He had a couple of rifles and stuff out there for them to look at, the helmet, the vest, everything.
Oh, yeah.
They had to try everything on.
Sure.
It's pretty funny because you see some of these kids that are, maybe 6 or 7 years old.
With a great big helmet on,
They've got all this equipment on, but they love it. It's a big thing to them. And like I said, they're not only just getting to run around there and have a great time, but they're getting to interact with everybody and all the equipment and stuff. So I think it's a very nice event for everyone. Again, the food is great. We're going to have some music out there. Alan Truesdale, he's going to end up coming out for us. Yeah, so it's a really nice event. Meet your neighbors. Understand what it's basically about is to we're just trying to show that, once again, we're part of the community and that we respect the community for everything they've done. But it's also to basically fight back against crime, so that we have all of our crime watch captains and stuff there that we can get and explain to them, hey, this is your night too. You guys have been a huge help to us. Everybody's always our eyes and ears. We can't do it alone. Right. And they're right there for us.
You think the law enforcement guys that you know through the years get as much out of this as
I do? Yeah. The patrol officers and stuff, they love getting out there. First of all, you got to remember, everybody's in a good mood, so you're really not getting yelled at or people are being upset with anything. Right. They're happy. They're glad to be there. Yeah. It puts everybody in a better mood to ask questions, to speak about issues that they may have, and everybody's in a very relaxed atmosphere. So I think that helps a lot when people do have questions or comments and stuff. They're talking to the officers one-on-one, get their answers that they need. And, again, if there's still problems or issues, they know how to get a hold of us. We make sure that everybody has our numbers.
Oh, good, man. That's cool. And what night is this now?
This is actually Tuesday, August 6th at 5:30 p.m. at Founders Park.
All right.
Yep. Coming right up.
Man. Cory, always a pleasure,
Thank
brother.
you, Mark. Thank you for having me on behalf of the sheriff.
Absolutely.
Dave, always good to see you, buddy.
Pleasure.
Harry, you guys too? Always good to see you guys.
Not loading him in the back of an ambulance, right?
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Good
Glad
idea.
He's still here.
Hey, I was good that one time.
You get one pass. That's it. So, Harry, we're going to take another break. We are at 30 minutes after the hour right now. You are listening to Florida Keys Real Estate Guys live on Radio A1A and A1A Media, and we will be back in a couple of minutes, so stay with us.
Jake Sullivan lies near death in a coma. His best friend Mike drives the hunt for the man who leads a criminal enterprise that could poison paradise with a chemical weapon. There's no safe harbor to be had here. Cuban Crime of Passion is the latest in the Jake Sullivan series from author Chip Bell. Available now, Cuban Crime of Passion. Check out RadioA1A.com. Click on the guy under the palm tree with the gun.
Cartel in Key West, corrupt politicians.
The Florida Keys is a chain of islands known for its crystal blue waters, famous for sports fishing, world-class diving, and its laid-back atmosphere. Nestled between the Everglades National Park and the National Marine Sanctuary, the Keys are home to a precious and rare ecosystem found nowhere else. Here you will also find world-class dining featuring fresh-from-the-dock seafood as well as other chef-prepared culinary favorites. The Florida Keys has the feel of a quaint seaside village with a laid-back vibe, taking you worlds away from everyday cares. Stunning coastal-inspired homes line the shores of the islands, offering spectacular sunset views. Whether you start your day taking in the sunrise on your oceanfront veranda or heading out on the water for an adventure, the Keys has something to offer everyone. American Caribbean Real Estate, your Christie's International Real Estate Brokerage, knows that our island lifestyle is just as important as the home, and we are prepared to match you to the right property to fit your lifestyle. As the local Christie's International Real Estate affiliate, we have the powerful backing of the network, including 1,300 offices worldwide, and the only real estate company owned by a premier auction house. This, added to our local market expertise, makes American Caribbean Real Estate the right agency to assist you in finding your piece of paradise in the Florida Keys.
Hey, Radio A1A listeners, this is Mykael Marinelli, the Real Estate Conch, wishing you tropical vibes.
See, Harry, you need like a third arm or something like that. So, am I on stripes here or am I in the center? On the stripes. There you go. See, when you can speak. Oh, you're on the center. Oh, I'm on the center. There you go. All right, cool. This is, it may be television to you at home or on Facebook. It's radio with pictures to us. So, but we're getting through it and we're having a good time. That's the important part. So, bottom line is, you are listening to the Florida Keys Real Estate Guys Live. And joining me now is David K., also known as Video Dave.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Now, all right. Now, just because you're a video guy, you got to put your microphone up in front of your face.
Oh, excuse me.
There you go. That's okay.
Hey, is this thing on?
Oh, my God. See, now that voice.
You haven't heard that for years.
Yeah, it's been a while. And, I'll tell you something. David had himself an accident a few years back. And kind of dropped out of sight while he was convalescing. And I seriously thought this is it, and he signs his correspondence VD, which we also know is right up there with the Parrotheads of the Upper Keys. So, acronyms mean everything around here, but mine is M&M, which melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Moving right on from there.
Yes.
And so I thought David shuffled off this mortal coil. And then I was over at Sharky's one afternoon. I was supposed to be working, but, and I heard those dulcet tones and I thought, damn, Video Dave is still alive. He's still with us. So, and I'm really proud of that. I honest to God, man, thank you for making the drive today.
Absolutely.
I have to explain because the Follow the Flock, Pirates on the Water, Meeting of the Minds, this comes up in October.
Yes.
Okay. We all here were talking about this maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. I got it in my head that, Pirates on shoot, this is happening this week. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'll just have Dave come and meet us, and because kind of the master of ceremonies, and we'd be good to go. Well, and Dave, I send Dave an email, boom, back. He's right with me, no problem. Sure, I'll be there. And then, I think about 10 o'clock this morning, Harry said, no, we're in the studio. We're not at the crib. And I was like, oh, man. So, God bless Cory for making the change in his plans. And thank you, sir, for,
absolutely,
changing it up. So the mission of the Follow the Flock is,
well,
there is such a thing?
We have our logo, or what we would call is we party with a purpose.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of good. Everything that we do is generally for someone else.
Raising funds for an event or
doing benefits,
project, right.
And we even have fun sometimes. I know just this past weekend on Saturday. Well,
these guys have constant fun. Okay.
I know that our club just had our Saturday road cleanup up in Key Largo. And then I think a week ago, on Saturday, they had their raft up, and that's where everyone comes by boat. They tie the boats all up together and side by side, and they just have a lot of fun. And
sure.
they even play some trop rock music
there
while
you go.
they're out there.
Yeah.
Yes,
proudly, good enough.
So now they're in the process of having a couple of meetings to put together our pit stop party, which will be October 28th, and it will be at the Caribbean Club.
Okay.
And but this year we're only going to have it one day on Monday instead of Monday Tuesday like we've done.
11 till
9 or 10
thereabouts.
Yeah. So
anything that happens at the crib has got kind of a iffy end date.
I think 10 is our limit as far as noise, which we
Yeah.
don't really make noise. We make good music.
There you go.
And so we're pretty honored that we we started the pit stop party several years ago.
I'm 13, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, 13 years, and we started it. And we just had a really good run with it Monday and Tuesday. We were the only ball game in town.
Right.
But now I think there's maybe 6 others.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've had a couple that have come and gone, but we've have some others there. And which is okay. There's plenty to go around, but
well, good intentions are aplenty in the Keys. They're everywhere. But you know, as when most of your staff, crew, management, and participants are buzzed, you know,
yes,
I mean, it wanes after a while.
Some of us need all the help we can get.
This is true. You got to keep rolling that ball uphill, you know.
So we've had a really good run with it there. We've had just it's been tremendous how many trop rockers have come through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this is an opportunity for them to stop and play for a while on their way to Key West for a meeting of the minds.
Right.
And so being that this is the way it works out, you know, myself and others, we've got to meet a lot of trop rockers out there instead of just hearing their music. Now we get to see them, meet them,
in the
talk
flesh
with them. And unlike my opinion, unlike most musicians that are out there that most people never get a chance to one-on-one with,
right.
You know, these musicians have become our friends.
Well, they're good, normal folk.
Yes, they're just regular folks there. Yes, and so you know we like to promote them when they are there with us, and you know, and if they have CDs, you know, we promote selling the CDs and whatever because for them it helps pay the gas.
Absolutely.
And if they need a room when they get to Key West or somewhere, it helps cover expenses.
Yeah.
You know, because they're all pretty much out there waiting
Rooms
for that
in
big
Key
day.
West ain't cheap, man.
No. They don't give much away in Key West. No. So,
go figure.
Yes. So,
well, that's cool. Now, I mean, is there a central push to raise funds for something particular, or do you have a number of irons in the
every
fire?
year when we do this, there's funds going on. I know they're still discussing as to who you know will get funds. So I don't know who it is right now, but I know they've got 3 or 4 ideas, and then they'll select one, and then whatever funds that we raise will go to this outfit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I got introduced to Pirates on the Water, probably 10, 12 years ago. So right at the beginning,
right?
You know, and Patty and Lyle Spidell,
yes,
you know, and they were notorious members of the Pirates on the Water at one time. And there was a bunch of us that flowed through the old Clear Channel outlet and whatnot.
Yeah.
That you know, and you guys always seem to do good stuff and took care of each other. So I mean, in true Keys spirit, it's good to see this stuff still going on. Now, once again, the event is going to be happening at Caribbean Club on October 28th, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
And Caribbean Club is located at mile marker 104 as you enter into Key Largo.
On the bay side.
And it'll be on your right on the bay side.
Yep.
And this will be our 3rd or 4th year there. I'm not sure, but we are really grateful for the Caribbean Club letting us hold our event there. And this also kind of makes it open to the public too. So we're getting a lot of new people that will come in that are stopping there, and they'll see that there's something going on. And so we end up picking up new members. Plus we have, you know, we call it a pit stop for a reason, because when these people are coming in from Ohio and Michigan and even the Gulf Coast and wherever they're coming from, you know, it's a long ride, so they stop off and then they maybe have something to drink and then have something to eat, listen to some trop rock music, meet some trop rockers, musicians and all, and you know, then a lot of them head on down the road because I think there might be one in Marathon, and then I know there's another one in Key West. So they're trying to cover all their bases and hit all of them, which you know, it means pit stop. You stop in and go.
Yeah, but for a musician, this is a great deal.
Yes.
It really is, because you know you're putting your wares out there in front of folks who are hungry to hear it, which is good. and they're a consuming audience as well. So
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
it works out all the way around. Plus, you're also affiliated with raising funds for charity. It's a civic-minded organization. Parrotheads of the Upper Keys, the current moniker, or are we going by Pirates?
you
puts
go
a
for
smile on everybody's face when you say Parrotheads of the Upper Keys.
We don't really throw that "of the" in there. It's just Parrothead's Upper Keys. Yes.
Just trying to keep it clean, Dave. That's all. Relatively so.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys are, of course, open to new members, as you
Absolutely.
mentioned. And
absolutely.
this is an opportunity. I tell you, folks, if you're new to the Keys, which we're always promoting the idea of coming down here, buying real estate and whatnot with the program here. But if you're new to the Keys, or if you're just down here visiting and you want to become a part of the community, this is feet first. This is the best way to dive into it. You get to know the local folk. You get to know some travelers from out of town, but you get to see what's really going on down here as a group of people, and pretty much how we're all wired.
Right, exactly. There, I think and what's nice is that if you're a member of a Parrothead Club, which is a good thing to begin with.
Yeah, it is.
Myself and others, when you do go out of town, in most cases, you'll pull up the website for Parrotheads and find out, if you're in Cincinnati, or if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, or whatever, you find out where the closest Parrothead Club is, and then you pull them up and look at their schedule and see if they have anything going on while you're in their part of the country.
Well,
and then you're welcome to attend. So it's kind of like some of the other clubs. I won't mention any, but some of the clubs around town, that are all over. When you go to another location, you find out where they are. Then you stop in and visit and say hello. And the same with our club and many others.
It's kind of like becoming a Hell's Angel, only you don't have to beat up a guy. Or
there you
like
go.
That. So,
there you go.
That works out. So we were talking about the mob earlier too. The initiation fee is the hard part.
Right.
But the rest of it's just earning a living. So this is really cool. I respect what Parrotheads nationwide are all about, because it is a community within the community, if you will. So, and you guys definitely you put down roots in your community. You help each other out,
right,
in ways that I don't think are all that common anymore, sadly. So, you guys really rise to the occasion. I know that when you had your moment of bouncing down the highway, that the Parrotheads definitely came to your help.
They were right there for me. I
so.
couldn't ask for anything more out of them. They were terrific there for the time that I was laid up.
So why wouldn't you join an organization like this that now gives you this carte blanche across the country to meet other people who are always willing to help and always ready to be there for you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I remember that they put a big event together for me, and I'm thinking, no, I don't want this. That's for people. That's for people that really need it, And of course, I guess I really needed it. But,
at the
anyway,
time, you learned pretty quickly that you did need it.
Yes,
so,
yes. So I was really grateful for them doing that for me.
Very cool.
Because it helped me get through some pretty tough times there. So,
do we have anybody confirmed yet, entertainment-wise? Harry, do you know for Follow the Flock?
Always
David,
Captain Josh.
Captain, yes.
Wow, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Captain Josh is ready to go.
Okay.
He's been handling this for us ever since we started.
Long time.
Yes, and he brings and sets up his equipment, and then he will play a little bit until someone comes. And when they come in, we usually try to get them up right away.
So he's the Ed McMahon. He warms up the crowd, gets things going.
Yes,
Conch fritters are coming.
Nice.
Oh, they're terrific. Like I said, we've had I don't even know how many. We've had so many over the years that have come through, and like I say, this is good for them because it gives them a chance to to play
Right.
for a different crowd.
Right.
Plus, they get to meet them one-on-one,
Sure.
and maybe sell some CDs or have some pictures taken
Pump
and stuff.
some flesh, man. That's the way it works. Just like politics.
Exactly. And
only better.
I know for the longest time that I would always check with when one would come in. I would get their name and sign them up, and then the question that I would ask them is, how much time do you have?
Yeah.
Because some of them say, well, I need to be in Key West at 4:00.
Yeah.
So we would make a point to try to get them on sooner.
Sure.
And kind of butt in the line, we might say. But then others say, well, I'm good till tomorrow.
Whatever.
So and then sometimes they would come up, maybe get couple plays in a day or so, and it just we just try to make it real convenient for them, because we know that everyone there is there for a short time and then they need to move on. So
it's awesome, man. And if you dig the trop rock scene, which there is, there's so much of it that happens down here. I mean, it's really been I've had a ringside seat to the evolution of trop rock.
Right.
And I just showed up in the Keys in the early aughts, and it was kind of being born then. So but I mean, there is as much talent here as I believe there, was on the beaches of Southern California back in the day, or Nashville back in the 70s, or I mean, there's just there's some great music happening down here. First class guys putting it together, and
There's a saying kind of going around that for most Parrotheads and people that are listening to trop rock music, that meeting and listening to trop rockers, they have met more friends, through trop rock music than, any other group that's been out there for years.
You gotta love that.
It's just, when the trop rockers play at their local bars and towns and stuff, and then the crowd that comes there, and you just, wherever they are and you are, well, then you're meeting new people and seeing old friends too. So I've heard that so many times that people are just, remarking just how many friends they have, through trop rock music and musicians. So
I think Harry hitched his wagon to the right group. So they're definitely good folks. Lots of talent.
Yes.
Now, Follow the Flock takes place October 28th, which is a Monday. Caribbean Club in Key Largo, mile marker 104 on the Bayside, and it's just a great day overall. It really is. I mean, I am kind of a uptight, cranky, waspy guy for a long time, and it's one of the first places where I get to go where I can just kind of let it all hang out, and it's all okay. So,
exactly.
David, thank you so much for making the rundown here. Thank you for fighting your way back from the pavement.
Hey, did you find out why they call him VD?
Video Dave.
Oh, I thought it was something else. No, it's not VD.
I love it when people ask me, well, why do they call you Video Dave? And I just look them right straight in the eye and say, because I like to fish.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you see it go right over their head. It's like, oh, okay. I started video, and when I lived up in Daytona, Ormond Beach area, I lived there for about 35 years, and I was the first one in town to start videoing.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. No one else had a camera outfit, and but it kind of picked up there because I'm still doing some video. I do more photography now, but most people down here, anyone that knows me as Video Dave.
Right.
And so I never really hear my name unless I go home, David, and all. But then the VD is like I've been introduced as, this is our friend Video Dave. We just call him VD. So whatever works, right?
Hey, syphilis.
No, the other.
No, your little brother gonorrhea. That's it. David, it is always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you for what you do with the Parrotheads and Pirates on the Water, and please keep it up. All right?
We're going to do that, and thank you so much for this. And
as the event gets closer, come and see us again, please.
We'll do that, and we just hope that the Parrotheads, as you come through Key Largo, as what I call Calargo.
Yeah, Calargo.
Calargo. But as you come through, please stop and see us, say hello.
Yeah, absolutely.
And enjoy yourself as you travel south.
Always. Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, don't forget that, you enter the Keys at about mile marker 108. So, before you get to that high bridge, you're in the Keys. Always like that, stop at a gas station in Almirada and people say, so where are the Keys?
Oh, well, you can't get there from here.
Turn around and go back north. You'll run into them. Really.
Bye.
Just keep going. So, we are at about 5 minutes to the top of the hour. We're going to take another quick break. We'll get out of here, come back, say goodbye. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. This is Florida Keys Real Estate Guys live on Radio A1A. We'll be right back.
Jake Sullivan lies near death in a coma. His best friend Mike drives the hunt for the man who leads a criminal enterprise that could poison paradise with a chemical weapon. There's no safe harbor to be had here. Cuban Crime of Passion is the latest in the Jake Sullivan series from author Chip Bell. Available now, Cuban Crime of Passion. Check out RadioA1A.com. Click on the guy under the palm tree with the gun.
Cartel in Key West, corrupt politicians.
Surprise! Great for a birthday, anniversary party, but a real estate transaction? That is not what you want. You don't want surprises when it comes to closing a real estate deal. The way to a smooth closing with no surprises is Sunshine Title of the Florida Keys. Call Ginny or Pam or even Irene. Hey, these three gals will take care of you. Close your transaction smoothly with no surprises. Real estate closings, 1031 exchange, escrow, all your needs are taken care of there with no surprises. It's Sunshine Title of the Florida Keys. Call 305-451-0032 or just Google up Sunshine Title of the Florida Keys.
Goes down and my mic comes on and holy cow, we're back on the air. So just in case you were wondering, folks, I did not go to have a colonoscopy. That is cold filtered coffee available next door, and it's really good. It's almond milk, a little bit of cinnamon in it. I asked the gal who brews it and sells it over there, it kind of strong, right? And she said, yeah, it's kind of like a mug of methamphetamine. So, but it is really tasty stuff. So next week, Mykael will be back with us. We'll have a whole bunch of great stuff going on for you. Please come down Wednesday nights here for live sessions. August 7th will be Steve Vanini, which will be an awesome show. You got to check it out. It'll be great. And whoops. Holy cow. I got an iPhone in my head.
It's Dennis Ward who just rang in and said something about the lobster situation that we were discussing. He's our state attorney.
And Johnny on the spot. The lobster mini season ended 2 days ago, Dennis. So we'll read Dennis's text and see what he has to say. We'll have it on the news for you tomorrow. That should wrap it up for another edition of the Florida Keys Real Estate Guys. For Mykael Marinelli, I am Mark Mills. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next Monday.
If I had my way, I'd set sail right away. Destination, southern shores. Throw my cares upon a shelf. Head on off for somewhere else where the weather's always warm.